Paul, I'm going to do something that I think will be really well appreciated by your audience. I agreed to do this for and with you for one reason. I've gotten to know you, and I'm not doing this to patronize or play theatrically. It's from my heart. I've gotten to know you, and I've gotten to know what you're trying to do for your market. And when you told me why and how and what you're trying to do with this particular experience and encounter for your audience, and you told me about what the typical conference delivers, not bad, but just different. And you told me about how important it was for you to create this environment for your attendees where it's really going to transform and then produce transactionalization. And you told me about the kinds of people you're bringing and the kinds of dynamics you're trying to create. I got excited. I wanted very badly to be a part of that because I'm at a point in my life where being intellectual entertainment is boring, but being an agent of profound change that transforms and transactionalizes growth and prosperity and contribution for entire industries is very exciting to me. If you don't mind, I would like you to share, because I think it's valuable, with your audience what you're trying to do with this and why it's so important to you and why you're putting so much effort and resources into this for them. Because I think if they understand it, I think they'll appreciate it even more.
And it goes to my connection with my audience that I have, that preeminence, that connection that I have, where I'm trusted for them. They trust the magazine, they trust our websites. I mean, we've got hundreds of thousands of people coming to our websites every day. And you know, I look back to when I founded the company, when I started online in '99, my mission was to make advisors smarter and more successful. And that's been the mission that's carried through our editorial product, through just about everything we did. It's always about our readers and advertisers as well. Differently in life, when I started the magazine, I didn't look at what the other trade journals did. I looked at what the successful publications were doing.
Yes.
Forbes was that was my model. Business Week was my model. And I was looking at the big outside of my industry, which is why I come to you, because that's how you think. Get the best ideas from outside industries. And during my process, I've been in the insurance industry for 25 years.
Okay.
I have been to all kinds of conferences, trade shows, seminars, webinars, and I've seen them over and over again, and it's the same format. And every time I go, I'm seeing attendance go down. It's because the attendees are not being stimulated, or they're not getting real value. So, you know, for the last 18 years, I've been saying, I want to do a conference, and the timing just wasn't right. I don't know if the timing was ever going to be right, but I just said this year, I'm going to do it. This year, I dubbed my year of creation.
That's great.
I'm launching a book this year. I've launched a podcast. We launched a TV show.
It's a lot.
And now we've got the super conference. And they're all going to be a part of each other. And I personally called you.
Yes, you
to
did.
invite you.
You did. It was very impactful because you really spent time explaining what you were trying to accomplish. You weren't just trying to secure me to speak. You were saying, let me tell you why this is important. Let me tell you why your contribution will be so meaningful. Let me tell you about what these people really crave and they don't know. Let me tell you about what I want to see them be and achieve and understand. And I was very impressed.
And I did the same with Dan. I mean, I was involved with hand selecting the people that I felt were the best people to lead our first conference that we're going to do. Some people are afraid of going to a first conference. This first conference, I got my best. I brought my best. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a bull riding competition in the expo hall. We're going to have photo shoots with Emmett Smith. We're going to have photo shoots with cheerleaders. We're going to be doing, Matt Walton is going to be hosting Live from the Blue Carpet, which we're going to be streaming live on Google.
Oh, cool.
And, you know, advisors will be able to walk away with a little piece of media and credibility.
That's great.
from that. So I'm not doing things the same as anyone else. And the other thing too that we're doing that is I love, and I've never seen it done in any conference, is we're doing a mastermind. It's a facilitated mastermind with like-minded people. We're going to set them at a table, discuss their problems, talk about what they're doing that's right, and try to help each other, because there's people from all over the country doing the same things and learning different lessons, and rarely do you get together
That'll be
to
wonderful.
do that.
That's I didn't realize that, but that elevates even more my respect. I would say the one thing that's very important. This has been an interview of me, and I'm very grateful. Hopefully, I have credibility and enormous trust in the marketplace. I should, because I worked very hard to earn it. I would say, if I were in your industry and I was not at the point where I felt I was killing every aspect, if I didn't have the best marketing, if I didn't have the best competitive advantage, if I didn't have the best service model, the best advantage to offer, the best understanding, I'm very impressed. It's very modest. I mean, we do $25,000 a person seminars in China. We do $5,000 a person seminars in Italy. And I'm very hopeful that your audience will understand that the ROI you receive is in direct proportion to not just the investment you make, but the receptivity and the open-mindedness you bring along with your notebook. Because if you open your mind to what's possible and you suspend judgment and you realize that everything you're going to be hearing from me, and Dan is a very bright man and he comes at it very differently, work. They work. They produce, in my case, $20, $30 billion. Dan, I don't know, but certainly billions. So if they work, don't discount them. Don't say, well, I can't do that for any reason that is self-impeding or whether it's regulatory. Ask, what about that could I do? It's a very different question. Mm-hmm. But I think you're doing something very impressive.
The reality is all you need is one big idea.
True.
To really act it upon it, because oftentimes great ideas just die in the notebook.
Yeah, and when you get ideas, a suggestion, because I do lots of these things, this is going to be very, very, very stimulating. The more stimulating, the less you'll remember. So every time you have an epiphany, a revelation, aha, make the totality of the thought a prisoner on paper, so you'll remember what it is and what the elements of it are when you get home, so you can kick ass with it. And when you are with me, I'll give you this process that you can really incorporate it into your game planner, so it'll be very good. But I think it's going to be wonderful. I'm actually excited about contributing and playing a pivotal role in your inaugural and your incomparable encounter with exponentiality.